I'm Rakesh Taori. I'm with Samsung Electronics. I'm a director at the R&D facility of Samsung in Dallas. I'm actually responsible in Dallas for millimeter wave system design. We work together with a big team at headquarters in Suwon in South Korea. This workshop, what I learned, the main takeaways for me is that capacity crunch is now a very well understood problem. Before I came to the workshop, there were always doubts in my mind as to how far people actually understood that capacity crunch. We are convinced, we were convinced, but I didn't quite realize that there are many, many more who actually now acknowledge this as a problem. So that was a very good thing, that there is now a consensus in the industry, at least among the participants. And in this meeting, there was good representation from semiconductors people, as well as vendors, as well as operators. So that was good. So there is a consensus. The second takeaway for me is that people are not just looking at millimeter wave, but people are also looking beyond millimeter wave into terahertz. At this moment, it is not quite clear at what time frame terahertz would be a good solution. But anyway, people have to look into millimeter waves before they hit terahertz. But that perhaps is a personal opinion. But anyway, that is my second takeaway. And the third takeaway for me is a good presentation from AT&T regarding the usage of video, and that the portion of video is actually quite constant. And that was quite a learning for me. I picked up many small things, stuff like, although the data rates have been growing at much faster rate, the spectrum allocations have only been growing at 10%. That was a little thing I picked up during the discussion. So there were snippets and bytes and pieces of information that were very useful to complete the overall picture that I have about how the mobile data thing is growing. My advice to people, I think this is a great place for people to exchange ideas, for people to look at very specialized topics that are being discussed, which could be very useful. Unlike very large conferences like Globecom or ICC, these are specialized events, and if you're interested in the topic that is being discussed, it could be a very fruitful occasion for you to learn and meet people with those specialized interests and talk to them in depth. And I think that's a very fruitful thing for one to do if you have an interest in an area. Thank you very much for providing me with this opportunity. It was truly a pleasure.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.